My supervisor, surprised, questioned me, why the cab? And the vehicle we provided for your promotion. You know that moment when your whole life just shatters? Like, one casual sentence from the person you're supposed to trust most can just obliterate everything you thought was real? That was me, standing in a glass-walled conference room, listening to my own husband casually betray me in front of my boss. And the worst part? He didn't even look up from his phone. Her sister is using that car now. That's what Owen said. Just like that. My boss, Elena, had just asked me a simple, yet loaded question. Why did you come in a taxi today, Abigail? It was a question I'd been dreading for 3 long weeks, a question that cut right to the core of a problem I'd been frantically trying to hide. And before I could scramble for another excuse, before I could weave another lie to protect him, Owen, my husband, the company's HR director, delivered the crushing blow. His tone was so flat, so nonchalant, like he was commenting on the weather, not announcing to my boss that he'd given away company property without my permission. The silence that followed stretched for an eternity, maybe 3 seconds in real time, but in my head, it was an explosion. In those 3 seconds, I watched my entire marriage, my hard-earned career, my carefully constructed life, all of it started to crack apart right before my eyes. And the look on Elena's face? It told me she was about to do something about it. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me back up. Let me tell you how I ended up in that conference room, standing on the precipice of ruin, wondering how the man who promised to be my partner could so effortlessly destroy me. It all started 3 weeks earlier, over breakfast. I'd woken up at 6:15 a.m., just like I had every single morning for the past 6 years. I was a creature of habit, slipping out of bed quietly, trying not to disturb Owen. Our house was always silent at that hour, save for the gentle hum of the ridiculously expensive espresso machine Owen had insisted we buy. Restaurant grade, he'd called it. Professional quality. I'd never learned how to use it properly because the 3rd time I tried, he'd swooped in, exasperated, telling me I was doing it wrong and taking over. So, I stuck to instant coffee. The cheap kind Owen called garbage. I'd microwave water in a mug, stir in those crystals, and stand by the kitchen window, watching the sunrise paint Camelback Mountain in breathtaking shades of pink and gold. My pearl-white Audi Q5, the one with the caramel leather interior, the one that came with my promotion to Senior Solutions Architect last year, should have been in the driveway. Its absence was a gaping hole, a missing tooth that my tongue kept prodding, even though it hurt. My designated parking spot at work had been empty for weeks, and every morning, that feeling of loss just sat there. I tried to tell myself it was temporary. That Owen's sister, Charlotte, really did need it. That I was being difficult, materialistic, petty for caring so much about a car. But standing there, clutching my cheap coffee, feeling the oppressive silence of the house, I knew it wasn't about the car. Not really. It was about me. It was about the fact that I was disappearing. Not dramatically, not in some obvious way that people could point to and say, there, that's when Abigail Morrison lost herself. No, it was in small, daily erasures. My coffee preferences didn't matter because Owen's espresso machine was better. My work schedule didn't matter because Owen had already volunteered me for his mother's charity board. My company car didn't matter because Charlotte needed it more. Full story on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next.